Hey everybody, so today I'm going to review my Universal Yums box that I received back in December. Remember, that box was from around the world, so it was several different countries worth of goodies, and we're going to go through me telling you a little bit about all of them and what I thought of them, and then tell you which one was my favorite, my worst, and the weirdest. So, we'll get my handy dandy little book out. All right, we're going to start with the roast turkey and stuffing potato chips. It was a UK holiday feast in every chip, so it came from the United Kingdom. It literally tastes like stuffing. It had a really good flavor, and I surprisingly liked them. They were kind of a thicker chip, kind of reminded me of the TGI Friday chips that whenever they do like the potato skins, how it's a little bit thicker and crunchier. That's what this one reminded me of, but it was actually really good. The next item was the sugar and anise polvoron, Spain's favorite Christmas cookie. And that one smelled and tasted like licorice, and I definitely did not care for it. I'm not a big fan of licorice. I looked at the ingredients afterwards, saw no sign of licorice, so I'm not entirely sure where the taste and smell came from, but wasn't a big fan of that one. The next item was the salted egg yolk popcorn. It was Taiwan's most excellent holiday tradition, so that one came from Taiwan. It almost reminded me of caramel corn. It had the egg yolk flavor. I didn't see it or taste it at all in it. It literally tasted like caramel corn to me. The only problem was it wasn't crunchy. You know, like popcorn has a crunch to it. This one did not. It was more of a mush. Slightly disappointed in that. But overall, it didn't really taste that bad. I actually kind of liked it. The next item was the Mocktail Bonbons. Celebrate New Year's Eve with this UK's juiciest pub fave. Those were extremely good. Like really good. I enjoyed those. Definitely one of my favorites. It reminded me of, the texture of them reminded me of Mentos, the strawberry kind. I don't care about the assorted variety. I really do like the strawberry ones though. But when you put them in your mouth, they're never hard. They're always chewy, but they remind me, like right after you first bite into a Mentos, how chewy and gummy it is. That's exactly how these were, and they were really good. The next item was this was the one I couldn't pronounce, the Kruidnoten cookies, the Netherlands #1 spice cookies in bite size. So those came from the Netherlands. They tasted identical to ginger snaps. They were smaller. They were about the size of a nickel. So they were definitely bite sized, but if you like ginger snaps, which I like ginger snaps, they're actually really good, and they're very crunchy. They're not like soft. They are very crunchy. The next one was the Alpine nut cake, crumbly nutty pie straight from the Swiss Alps. So it came from Switzerland. This one, the inside had a mixed taste between a pecan pie and an apple pie. It's like they had the pecan pie filling almost, but it was whatever the spice in the apple pie spot. Maybe it's apple pie spice, nutmeg. It had some kind of flavor like that inside. It wasn't cinnamon, I know that for a fact, but maybe kind of like the nutmeg flavor on the inside of it. But it was really good also. Next was the cocoa dusted chocolate truffles, France's most popular and decadent Christmas gift. Those were delicious. They had a really good flavor, and it almost melted it like it. I was about to say almost melted in your mouth like butter. I don't know if you've ever had the Lindor truffles, but like once you kind of bite past the outside, it literally like almost kind of melt. That's how these were, and they were just dusted in the cocoa powder. So they were really good, especially if you like chocolate. Then there was the chocolate cream Pandoro, Italy's beloved holiday sweetbread plus gooey chocolate. So that one came from Italy. It was actually really, really good. It reminded me of a king cake, the smell of it, if you've ever had king cake. The only negative that I have about that one is there wasn't much chocolate in the middle. Like, it was a pretty big size cake, but when you cut it, there was just like a little bit of a daub of chocolate in the middle, and that was it. The majority and the bulk of it was just the bready cake. I really liked it though. It kind of reminded me of the Hawaiian sweet rolls, so it really was good. The next item was the apple and dark chocolate Dominosteins, 4 layers of festive German deliciousness. I actually ate half of the pack. I still got half of them left. They are unique, to say the least. It's layered. The bottom layer says it's like a gingerbread type cookie in the bottom, and I could kind of taste it. It kind of reminded me of what my grandmother used to make called tea cakes. It has like that molasses type taste to it. But then there was a layer of jellied, like strawberry, or not strawberry, cherry jelly type stuff on top of that, and then some kind of white cream on top of that. Now the cream tasted fine, the cookie tasted fine, but there was something about that cherry. It almost, the taste reminded me of eating a chocolate covered cherry. Those cordial chocolates with the cherry in the middle tasted identical to that, in my opinion. Wasn't bad, but it definitely, I didn't care for the little jelly layer in it. Next was the Assorted Baklava, Jordan's sweetest, flakiest way to break Ramadan fast. So this came from Jordan, and it was actually very good. I took them to work yesterday and ate them as my breakfast. It was not overpowering. It had the perfect hint of sweetness, and I really, really liked them. There was a one that was in what looked kind of like the straw with the little pistachios in it. That one was a little okay. I definitely wouldn't say that one was extremely well, but the others were all the same, and they were really, really delicious. Next was the roasted garlic potato chips, an addictively crunchy take on a Czech holiday tradition. So that came from the Czech Republic. If you don't like garlic, you will not like these chips. They are 100% garlic. It says they're garlic, they are garlic, but it tastes delicious. I love garlic. So aside from having garlic breath afterwards, they were actually super, super good. So I really like those. And then lastly was the sea salted caramel fudge, a sweet and savory take on the English Christmas fudge. So it came from England, and it was a very, very good creamy caramel. It literally melted like butter in my mouth. So I really, really like that one. So out of the 12, ranking them from favorite, worst, and weirdest, my favorite one, it was so close. I love sweets. So obviously I picked some of the sweetest things, but my absolute favorite, and the one that I chose as my favorite, was by far the Mocktail Bonbons. I could have had a whole box of those and eaten them. Close second was the Truffles, the chocolate, the cocoa dusted truffles, and the fudge, the caramel fudge. But the Mocktail Bonbons, definitely winner take all for that one. The worst yum, the sugar and anise Polvoron. I hate, hate, hate licorice. It took all I had to eat that after the first bite. I did not want to throw it away. It was a struggle. I did not like it at all. And the weirdest yum, that one was very, I don't know if I'd actually call any of them weird, but as far as the weirdest one I picked was the apple and dark chocolate Dominosteins. I tasted no apple. I mean, literally I tasted that cherry layer. I told you it tasted like the chocolate covered cherries. I don't know if the cherries over, I mean, not the cherries, the apples that they grow over there have a cherry flavor, or if it's just some kind of fancy apple that they have over there that we don't. But I definitely, that one was a little weird. Now, I did eat them. It definitely wasn't like the Polvoron where I felt like I could just hurl and just throw it away. But I would call that one my weirdest. And as far as worst, the only one, like when you rank them, you can put like a smiley face for like excellent and really good and okay face. And then frowny face, I don't want this one in my life. The only one that got the frowny face was the Polvoron, however you say it, whatever. But overall, it was a very, very good box. I did downgrade this upcoming month back down to the regular Yum box. In all honesty, it took well over a month for me to go through and sample from the Yum Yum box. It really is a lot of treats. So I decided to downsize back down to the other one just for myself. But I still highly, highly recommend you get Universal Yums just to try the variety. And on my card, it actually gives you a puzzle to fill out to find out what the next month is. So for the first box of 2021, which will be the January box, which I have not gotten yet, but I probably will have it within the next week, it's going to be the Netherlands. So don't miss out. So until then, I shall see y'all later. Bye.